So, once upon a time, there was a cartoon named X-Men. It was a Marvel's 90s show, and sadly, it ended in 1997 since Marvel was bankrupt at the time. But since Marvel isn't bankrupt anymore, in fact, it's the exact opposite, they decided to revive the show as X-Men 97. So at first I was skeptic, or more, I didn't really care about it. But after 2 episodes came out, people on the internet started to post really good reviews on this show, so I decided to give it a watch. And boy, I did not regret it at all. Warning, this video will contain a lot of spoilers for the X-Men 97 show, so I highly recommend watching the show first and then coming back to this video. So with that out of the way, let's get started. So first things first, I wanted to talk about the animation of the show, cause it's truly, really, I am speechless. I mean, just look at it, it's amazing. I love it so much. You could see that every frame is handily drawn and carefully animated. Some people could learn from that. But also the lighting, the fact that they stayed with the original style that the original cartoon had. It's just so freaking great. Okay, but done with the animation. Let's talk about the overall story that the show has, cause it's truly something wild. So the story takes place in the late 90s, where there are normal humans like you and me, but there are also mutants with superhuman abilities. The abilities are fully random and they usually activate when someone hits puberty. So for example, you can have super epic laser eyes, or you can control metal, water, or fire, or you could be immortal, or you can become queso. My point is that possibilities are endless. But humans as we are, we don't really like the idea of there being a more powerful race than us. That's why we hate the out of them. What isn't very nice. So you would expect them to fight back, right? Well, some of them do, and I don't really blame them. But the main characters of the story, as they call themselves X-Men, decides to protect humans and mutants, so that's really epic. I won't really get much into the detail, cause honestly every episode has its own story. Well, it's really great, but if I would get over everything that happened, it would just take way much too long, and this video is already really delayed. But there is one episode I really want to point out, and that is episode 5. So the show was good before, but this episode takes it to a whole nother level. It had everything. The drama, the action, we even got a Watcher cameo. So throughout the episode, Rogue struggles to pick who should she date, cause Magneto made her believe in herself, but Gambit is basically just a better choice. But at the end, a Godzilla Sentinel comes from the future to destroy Genosha, what is basically a country where mutants live peacefully. There are some really epic battles, epic scenes in this episode, but the thing that shocked me the most was Gambit's death. I'm gonna have to give a blood warning now for the younger viewers, cause I know I also have those. Because I really want to show the scene, so and if I just blur it out, it might really ruin it.
The name's Gambit, mon ami. Remember it.
That was one of the saddest death scenes I've seen in my life. The last line that Gambit says just sends shivers down my spine every time I hear it. So in conclusion, you would expect me to give it like a 97 out of 10, right? Well, no. Don't get me wrong, I love this show. I think it's really great and the production team did a really good job. But, yet again, in my opinion, except for episode 5, the other episodes kind of missed something. Like, for example, episode 8 and 10 were supposed to be the most hyped up episodes in the whole show. But honestly, they were of course really great, but not as great as I would expect. So in conclusion, I'm gonna give it a 8.7 out of 10. I know, this show might deserve a little better, and if you think so, I don't blame you at all. And also, I gave Barbie that much more as a joke. Of course, X-Men 97 is way better. Besides, before I planned this review, I also wanted to make a Lego X-Men 97 video where I basically make some Lego X-Men 97 customs, but I ended up not doing it. So here are some customs that I made.